Hey there, everybody! Welcome back! How's it going there, Dead Soul Andy the Farmer, Farmer Mark, Ethan Farmer, Shawnee, welcome in, everybody. So, we are back in Astro Colony, and I'm just trying to set up a little blueprint. I'm hoping this is going to work, but we'll see later on. I think something like this should be fine up to there. So yeah, hopefully you guys all had a great day or two, or a day really, isn't it? So yeah, let's see. So yeah, I'll get around to showing how the whole thing's coming, but right now I want to just try and get this sorted out quickly. 1, 2, 3. Oh, a little bit of lag there. Yeah, first time on trying to set up a blueprint, to be honest. So, well, second time actually. I tried earlier and it didn't quite. I realised I'd missed a few bits. So, yeah, bit of a nightmare there, but we'll get there hopefully in a minute. Hope you guys all had a great day so far. Welcome in, and yeah, if you guys are not following Farmer Marks, Green Thumb Farmer, make sure to click on the links. Oh, don't want that. There we go. Just want the belt. Thank you very much. Yeah, make sure to click on their links. Give them a follow, guys. So, I will show you in just a sec the current progress on here. I just want to get this sorted because otherwise I will probably forget about it and never get back to it. I think I'll take that one off. Right, I think I've got everything selected that I wanted in this little section. So what I basically want to do is set up a sorting area coming in from each side to sort of either each side or just on one side, and then have the belts merging into it. I haven't quite fully figured this part out. Now, from what I understand, and this is what I was kind of doing earlier, so you select everything that you want to basically copy. Obviously, if you want to do the flooring as well, you can do, but I'm going to leave it off for the moment. Once you've got it all selected, that includes obviously your pushers, your splitters, stuff like that. You're meant to hit the B key. Blueprint design has been opened with items selected. Would you like to create a blueprint? Yes, add. So that should have now added another blueprint to my library. And obviously, if I come into here, I can look at it, and it looks like it does have everything selected. That's going to where it needs to. That looks fine. That looks fine. So yeah, it looks like I actually selected everything I needed. Obviously, if I wanted to, I could add in the flooring and all that, but right now, I think that is fine. So, okay, I think we'll go with that for the minute. Now, obviously, if we come into here, as you can see, I did do a couple others of my own. It should be this one because it doesn't have any flooring. And obviously, if you want to place it, let me come into here. Let me find what one I was playing around with. That one there, it can go. I'll just drag and drop that one into slot 8. And I can literally bring it in exactly how it is. Might have to definitely need to do a little bit modification, but that is fine. I'm happy with that. Oh heck, I didn't mean to do that. It's doing everything I need to for the minute. Obviously, so anyway, we'll get back to that in just a minute. But yeah, hope you guys are all doing well. So, let's see. Last week I was still working on getting the factory up and running. I've pretty much now got most of the things now being automated that I need, which is good. Planet-wise, let me go up. So, up. So we have 3 large ones over here, with potentially another one I could tack onto. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 smaller ones. Mr. Shoddy, you are a pain in the behind, but okay. Thank you very, very much. We gotta love that chicken dance, and thank you very much for that little 50 biddies. It's like you don't want me to talk, you want me to shut up and just play or something, I'm not sure. And by the way, hello Mr. Firemark, Shawnee, and Dead's all over on YouTube. Welcome in, guys. So yeah, this is currently all being mined. So yes. So at the end, I'm trying to do a catch up, do you mind? But thank you very much for the Godzilla. And the pipes there, Dead Soul. Much appreciated, I think. Maybe. So, I did get in, and obviously I was able to do a few things with the tech tree. I am a little bit further on than I was last time I streamed. We were literally working on these last few bits over here with the black holes and the stargates. Got it all sorted out over the weekend. Took a little while to figure out this the other day, but got there. I did use my first Stargate, and I'm into my first new area of the universe. So I've gone through, and I've now got these unlocked. I do have some of the little armadillo things already, and the I don't know what they are. The 2 creatures anyway. I've got both of them at the minute in storage. I just need to get obviously the breeding pen, which I've just literally got placed down, or the pen here. Placed down so I can get the eggs being produced and I guess bacon or something from them, but I haven't even looked at that yet. To be honest, I wouldn't even know where the heck they are. Maybe under farming. Yeah, there we go. So we now have the barn and the pasture, so that's good. So that takes both of them plus, oh, I'm gonna need to get more flour. Oh, okay. And yeah, so that I need to get placed down at some point, but no great rush right now. I'm trying to sort out all my belts and stuff. So, let's see. So the last time you guys were here, obviously over in this area here, I had all my asteroid collectors pulling the stuff in. I ended up downsizing, and obviously I've now added them onto the side of the building, which is then being belted underneath. So it's a little bit tidier, a little bit neater. I do have obviously the radar up and running, the receiver and all that going. They are being sorted in here, but this side will be getting a complete overhaul very soon once I've got all the belting and stuff sorted out. But where is it? I think the last time you guys were here, I didn't have the uplifters either, but I do have them now working away. So I literally come through this little corner here, redid it a little bit, and I'm stuck on a belt. Oh, great. Come on, let me out. Let me go. There we go. So yeah, this now, obviously it's going to get ripped down again because I would do want to tidy it up and make it a little bit nicer. Now the only issue I did find, and probably anybody else who has used these uplifters, is 2 things. One, you can't have the pipes near each other because they will kind of interlock with each other and it causes a bit of chaos. Great, I wish somebody had told me that before, but okay, it is what it is. The second thing is, obviously you got the inputs, but when you put them down, they're only inputs. It took me a little while to figure out how to do an output. So it's basically put down a normal input piece, but go into it, and right at the top here, you got this here, you can swap it from input to output. It took me ages to figure this out. It's like crazy. And why are they on there for? Oh no, that's my... I was thinking, why are they in there? But it's not. It's, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong side. But yeah, so I've gone through. I've got the bigger tier belts as well now. Let me come into here. So everything is just plodding on. Obviously, all of them are set up to do one. So I've actually changed the splitters. So I've got 1, 1, 2, and then further up it's 1, 1, like 0, for example. Just helps keep the flow and keeps them all at the same amount. So rather than this one filling up first, and then that one, and then that one, they're kind of getting equal amount all the way through, and that's all set up on each of these. So yeah, it's a little bit tight, but it's working. I've just literally added this in the other day to start doing some of the aluminum bars, which is kind of nice. I'm pretty sure there was something else, maybe a aluminum plate, but I haven't quite got there. But at the end here, we have a storage each for, obviously, we've got the iron, the copper, the gold, and then anything else at the minute is going into there. So yeah, in these I currently have some ingots or the bar I should say, and the plates going into them. I may lower down the amount going in, but right now it's fine because obviously I'm still building. So going up to the next level, obviously more products are being produced up here in the same way they are downstairs. So obviously this is where the computers, electronic parts and stuff like that. It's a very light on productions up here, but it's all kind of working, so it's good. I do have the elevator up for all the asteroids and stuff. Going up, I do need to sort out this little area for myself. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, but this is going to be another floor. Obviously, I've already got some productions up here going. I do know that I think there's 3 more items that can come in. I don't know what they're going to be used for, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I've got anything else unlocked yet. Okay, so we've got the mercury rods, cobalt rods, which we can get set up here. And I know there's, I think there's 1 or 2 other items. Oh no, so amethyst is the other one. I don't know what that gets used for, so a few things to get sorted, that is for sure. Not even quite sure what the prisms are made for. So that's going to be an interesting one to find out. So yes, may get into doing this today. I do have some cobalt, and I think it's amethyst. No, it's not the amethyst. It's one of the other ones on one of these planets, which is being drilled already. So anyway, carrying up. So we've got lots more levels to go. So this is like the food, the tree, the training, and sciences level at the minute. I may add my animals into this corner down here, not quite sure, just to make life that a little bit easier. Now, one of the things I do still need a lot of is the biology science. Obviously, that is what I'm currently working on to unlock creature breeding. So I do need to get some more carbon up here. Had to think what it was there for a second to get that back up and running. But yeah, right here, look at that. We have some pigoot, I think that's pronounced. And we have some armadillo already in storage, just waiting on getting the pen placed and stuff like that. Going up from there, we now have another level there, ready to rock and roll, and then potentially more going up. Not quite sure yet, but we'll see. But right now, this is like the top level. And on top, obviously, I've got my little plane, or my little ship there. Each side, apart from this one, has obviously some shield doobies. So that's doing well. I've got these guys. So yeah, it's definitely coming on quite nicely. I'm liking it. Obviously, this is all of the navigation stuff at the front. So yeah, I've just got to now go through, sort out all the input side of things. Because obviously these belts over here, as you can see, where they're all merging together from the different little planetoids, it's getting a little bit backed up. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking I might set this up on each planet entrance onto the base, as it were, and go from there. So yes, Thanks for that. Never used them before. Oh, the uplifters, yes. Yes, it took me a little while to figure out. I actually messaged Dajnet and says, how the heck do these actually work the other day? And while I was waiting on a response, I was playing around with it and then realized how it actually works. So if you're not quite sure on how the little lifter works, so I've actually got my hotbar there, so 1 and 2. So you got your little conveyor joint right there, which basically goes on the end of your belt. So you got your input going in there. You don't actually do anything with the input, to be honest. From there, you can then run, helps if I hit the right one, your pipe around, for example. Obviously, this can go up and down, but like I said, if you have them right next to each other, they kind of mangle in together. So what I've been doing myself with these, because obviously I'm trying to run materials up all at this in the same sort of area. What I'm actually doing with these is offsetting it by 1 block and then lifting up there so they don't interlock, as it were. So that's how I've been setting up the input side of things, so like that. And then obviously as you go, you're going to need an output at some point. So if we bring this down here, for example, obviously as you're looking at it, obviously you've got that big lump and obviously the exit there. What you need, that decided on the right there, that is going to be where it's going back in. So if you actually turn that around, so we'll rotate it around, we'll pop that one there, we're going to pop that one there. Then what you have to do is this, hook this side up, like thus. See, this is going to basically be an output now. So what you have to do is go into the modification, and like I said, at the top here, if you click on that little square box with the arrow, as you can see here, that input changed to an output. Obviously, click again, and it keeps changing. So obviously, you want to have that as an output if you're going from there. From there, you can then run your belt as normal to wherever you need to go. Now, one thing I would suggest is, if you're going to do it that way, you may not want to do this. You may want to leave a bit bigger of a gap, because as you can see right there, if I come across there, for example, the right here is going to cause a bit of an issue. So what I would then do is bring it across by 1 and leave a little bit more of a gap there, depending if you're going to be running it to the same spot. So yeah, so it can get a little bit tricky, that's all I can say, when it comes to doing the pipe work. So yes, play around with it till you're happy. And I suppose what you could always do, if you really wanted to, is put like down a load of directional splitters and stuff like that, so they all go in one pipe, and try and maybe do it that way, potentially. But yes, it's a tricky little thing, that's all I can say. These are, let me get rid of these guys quickly. But yeah, that's literally how you need to set it up. But yeah, if you are going to run multiple items close to each other, maybe just keep that one gap between them, so you basically have that way, maybe 1 there, leave a gap, do 1 there, 1 there, something like that, for example, if they're all going into their own sort of area. But yes, it's a little bit of a tricky thing, but yeah, just remember on the output to just switch it over to output rather than input. But yeah, apart from that, that's about it for the minute. So, oh yeah, carbon. I need to get some carbon upstairs, don't I? So, I do have all of them kind of been... I'm going to tidy this up, actually. I'm not quite sure about it. I think it's that one. Yep, there we go. Some carbon. Let's take that upstairs quickly. And we'll drop it down. My little hole. Maybe I should have done a bigger hole, but oh well. There... And we are wanting biology, wasn't it? Yes. There we go. Oh, no, I don't want it in that one. I want it in these. I need the carbon filters, don't I? So split that. So half that into there. Half that into there. That can carry on. So yes. Good, 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 good. Righty then. Let's carry on where I was. So the reason I thought I'd redo all of the belt work is for the simple fact is I've not been very happy with, obviously, belts. They're not really bringing in enough products to be processed and turned into higher tier stuff. So I thought, well, why the heck not just come through, create a new blueprint, as it were. But the other problem is I realized just before I went live is I'm slightly off. Obviously, this is actually the center of it. I've actually measured this. It should be equal either side. So if I come to there, for example, that should be 17. And it should be 17 on this side as well. Which it is. So yeah, I need to basically delete all of this and scoot it across, hence why I was doing that little blueprint. Now, one of the things I will say is, obviously, now that I've gotten on a bit, let me come under here a sec. So I did pretty much finish off this level underneath with all of the solar panels. Pretty much all of this will power what I currently have going, but I do know I'll probably need more. So what I've actually done, I've added another floor underneath. I kind of made a start on adding some more solar panels, as you can see. However, I ended up going with the big boys. Yes, I got some nuclear reactors now. Nuclear. And that really cranked up the power. I've put a few batteries down. I may put more down to just as a fail-safe. But right now, they're doing their dues. Not a lot, actually, at the minute. But yeah, power-wise right now, I've got no issues, that's for sure. And the nice thing is, where I'm going through all of the outside, what I'm going to do is make sure that each dock area is now set up with, obviously, the higher tier station. So obviously I've got the advanced docking station available. I haven't quite got to this one, but I'm going to be setting all these up. These ones actually do the water as well. So it's kind of nice. I do have plenty of products there to easily go through all of them. But yeah, I'm going to sort it out properly so they're all sat back a little bit. I'm kind of liking how I've got this here, actually, to be honest, where one is set back a little bit further than another so you can get even more coming in. But yeah, I've just got this. This is my first planetoid that I've connected onto since being here. Since then, I've now added this one here. This little one. That one there. That's the one I got the piglet-y things off of, to be honest. And I've also added this one since I've been here. And I was able to get those armadillos, what you call them. Yeah, so, yeah. I really need to get the belt sorted out because look at this, it's getting backed up chronically here. Oh, hello, why are you not connected? Thinking about it. You should be. Yes, I think I might have had an asteroid hit down here. Okay, in that case, I'm loving this little gun. Oh, I haven't got any dirt on me. Let's grab some from there. I love this little gun. It's great for taking levels out of places. However, what I will say is this little gun right here is so much nicer. Look at this. It's a mining laser. That is so cool, guys. I love this thing. It's like one hit and it's like boom, gone, boom, boom, boom. Yes, I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy, but oh well. The little things amuse me. Right then, let's bring this back in. I think I was around about there. That's good. And we'll do a dock. Oh, actually, it might be a little bit too far forward. 8. Let's try that. Oh, there we go. That's better. I could actually go even further back, but that'll do there. Right, dock. There we go. And let's make sure these belts are set up going the right way. So that one's fine. That one should be coming in. And, oh. 3, so that's 20 per each. So that's just 60. That's fine. Good, 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 good. Just need to set that back up. Yeah, I must have had an asteroid hit or something because, yeah, this wasn't that bad earlier. Right, so that can go there. Obviously, I'll update these docks when I get around to doing them, but right now that's fine. You're okay, you're okay. Okay. So, the only problem is I've now got all this material in here, and I'm going to have to delete it all. Right, so let's temporarily turn that off there. Right, this is the pain in the behind part. But yeah, I was kind of hoping to have all this set up already, and yeah, that ain't going to work, is it? Oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, how you guys getting on with playing Planet Crafter or whatever you might be doing at the minute? I know a lot of people are definitely into... Oh crap! What's it called? That new game that Mr. Dajnet was playing yesterday. Yes, I know a lot of you guys are playing that now, aren't you? So you probably aren't even playing. Hey KW, how you doing, buddy? By the way, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Star Rapture, that's the one. Thank you very much. I don't know. It seems like a lot of work. Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. There. Alright, let's take this lot out. The worst thing is I've now got to set up everything underneath as well. So the belts are going into the right spot. But I knew I had to do it at some point, and I thought, well, why the heck not do it now before I get too far ahead? And now that I've got the bigger belts, it's going to hopefully make it a little bit easier. And I did notice that there's at least one more higher tier belt to come, so I'm not really too worried about that right now. So, yay. There. But yeah, I do like those big... Oh, I do have the larger miners. Oops, didn't want that. I do have the larger miners now as well, which take, what, 3 drones? 3 of the mining drones, which is great. So you're really starting to pump out the materials. So what I had previously was definitely starting to get backed up a lot, is all I can say. Now, let's see. Let's bring this out of here. I'm probably going to resituate that. Yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of you, get rid of you. And yeah, there's oxygen just there, so that's fine. I'm in a bit of an oxygen deprived spot right here. One of the things I have been doing as well, wherever I haven't done it with all of them yet, but wherever there's a dock, I'm adding in one of these little oxygen barriers. So I'm not starving of oxygen when I come out and about to do stuff. So for example, I know this planet over here, if I come across to it, should or may have an... I was going to say it may have an oxygen thing in there already with all these trees, but maybe not actually. But I think if I remember rightly, because of the trees being here, your oxygen lowers down a bit. I'm pretty sure earlier when I was on one of the planets, my oxygen didn't seem to go down as quickly, but I might be mistaken. Right, let's take that out from there. I'm going to bring in that blueprint now. So 8. We'll rotate that around. And I think that would be fine there. Hopefully there's no materials in there. Not good. Yeah, I might change it actually. I'm not quite sure about all the splittings and stuff. Okay, let's redo these actually, because that's going to bug me otherwise. Right, let's start you probably a little bit further back. So there, hopefully. Let's think. Right. Nope. I want F1. I want 4. Rotate that there. Now I know these have a limit on the amount of products that can go into them, so let's do one at a time. So we'll start off here. So I actually want them to come in a specific way. So I'm gonna go 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Actually, no, because I want that. So I want them to come in order, basically. So this line will be basically for the iron. The next one will be for copper, so on and so forth. So let's put that one into there. We're going to copy that to there. We're going to remove that iron because I want the iron to go down there. We're then going to add in that one. I might actually move it down a fraction. We'll see. Actually, it might be okay. So if we come across again, we'll remove the gold, so the gold can go into there. We'll add the soil. Take that, put that there. Take the. It's basically removing the first one and adding into that last one there. So it's going to be this. But then obviously I've got to then go through this line here with basically the same, but kind of a little bit further down the line. So wherever this one ends, I need to start off with. So looking at the next one there, obviously you've got the uranium, the carbon. So this next one will start off with the carbon, the soil, and so on and so forth, and then so on. So we get literally all of them going through. Now I'm not quite sure whether I want to have one for the wood, but I did have it set up previously, so I'll probably keep it in for the moment. So we'll take away the titanium. That's confusing. Yes and no. Yes and no. It's similar to how Mr. Dave's setting his up, I guess. There we go. See, technically, I could take this one right here and put it right there, so then they come across and so on and so forth. Now, what would be really confusing if I had multiple belts coming in and then all being switched around and switched around, but yeah. Hopefully, this will work fine. Obviously, I'm not going to connect up with that because I want to make sure that they're all going into the correct spot. So, yes. All right, so let's take that off. That's on. So, obviously, this is going to be the stuff that mainly the miners can do, and maybe stuff that I could drop in on maybe a box at the side or something to bring stuff in as well that I've dropped in. So we'll come into. Oh, do I want to put wood in there? I think I'll have wood right at the far end. So we'll go with the little red one there. And I might have to take this back a little bit further, actually. Look at this. Because obviously we do have... I do have the amethyst now, I believe. And the cobalt on... I think it's that planet right there. It definitely has one of them in there. There. So we'll take that off. We'll put that in... Yeah, I might have to go a little bit further back, so we'll take that off. And I think the last item really is going to be the wood. There we go. Yes, definitely need to take it back quite a few, I'm guessing. Because obviously the wood is going to be there. Oh, yes, wood will be there. There. Let's see if we can set this up a little. Now that we've got the initial ones there. Try and work back. To be honest, I think if I'd started working backwards, it would have been an easier way of doing this. There we go. There, and start here, there. So you need to be there. You there. Obviously, I'm always leaving one little belt for the transition, just in case. There. Lots of items to be sorted, so that's why I want to kind of get this set out now, really. And that one there. So let's take that way for the moment. That. See, now that we've got all the materials there, we'll just basically copy this one. We'll come into that. We'll remove the ice from there. We'll remove the first one there. With any luck, I might have enough here. Hopefully, fingers crossed. There. Perfect. Okay, right then. Well, that's nice. Maybe. Let's see. So that's gonna be 5, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's kind of like from here, isn't it? Yeah. So that's gonna be there. See, now I need to get it. So all these other items are on this belt being shifted across as well on each. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. See, this is where it gets a little more tricky. I might have done it the other way around. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Let's put that there. So let's set this up. So what? So it's gonna be there. 4. So I need to make sure that all the products are being shifted across. Like that. There we go. Now let's remove nope, I need to keep that there, don't I? We'll shift all that across to there, to there. That should work. That's the same as that. That's fine. Then get out there, blinking way. Oh, whoops! Didn't mean to do that one there. There. That's going to shift onto there, so that will come onto there. I'm going to leave a bit of a gap on this one, actually. To there. There. Right, so I'm going to have to start removing certain items from this. Okay. Because I've got the red now coming into there. That's fine. That would be fine because that's still being shifted across. To be honest, I don't think actually... Yeah, it's mainly the wood now, isn't it? Looking at that. I'm pretty sure everything else is now in there. So let's take that off, take that off, take that off. Because it's just really that wood that's a bit of a pain. tack that onto there. That might work. We'll see. Right then. If this works, I will be so happy. But no, my luck, it'll be totally buggered. Right, connect that up there. There we go. See, this is the true test. If this works, I'll be happy. I might have to do some little tweaks, but I think we've now got all of the items in there. That should be fine, that should be fine. And obviously one of the things is, with this line right here, if there is anything I've missed, it'll go into basically this container right here. And yeah, that's not going to be good. But I'm pretty sure I got everything there. What's that? 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 items? I don't know if I'm going to need more, but if I do, yeah, what I might have to do is set up containers on this side here and then split them off that way. But looking at this so far, it seems to be working, which is good. Let's have a look. So that's got that's got that. That's fine. Which one's that? The titanium, I think that one is. That's fine. That one is going to be soil. Yep. This one will be quartz coming in. That one will be stone. Ice. What I might do is put a little display on the top of them to state what one each is. But yeah, that seems to be working so far, so that's good. Also, I've got all this in my little storage now. There we go. So I could technically sort that out, but right now I need you to go downstairs. Right then, so because these guys are powering my generators downstairs, so let's close that up. And let's see if I can find out where that is meant to be. Actually, let's take that little section there. And I can see what's under there. Right, so I've already got this pipe set up going underneath there, so I just need to adjust it slightly. Let's think which would be best. Probably taking it there. Nope. I need to come across by one here. Right, so I'm thinking if it will go down on the right angle amount, I can get that in here. That's good then. Yep, that'll work. So if I come into here, so one, rotate that so the input is there. While I'm at it, I can get rid of that, and then here we go. Let's do it this way instead. So I want to try and keep those energy things going, so that's good. There we go. So yeah, this is actually coming in to that lower second floor. There we go. Which is then being split into 4 of the smelters. Let me shove that in there. Which is making obviously the uranium rods, which then go into the nuclear reactors. And as you can see, I've got, yeah, a fair backup. But yeah, like for example, the splitters. So obviously I've got 10 placed down at the minute. With the splitters, as you can see, I've got it set to 1 and 9. So 1 will go into that first machine. And then 9 will carry on to the rest. Then from there, as I go along, I'm dropping that middle number down by 1. So it's 9 being split. So 1, 8 that way. Then the next one will be 1 and 7, 1 and 6, and so on and so forth, right down to the bottom, where the last one is then 1 by 1. So yeah, it's fun. But yes, this one's definitely making me think a lot more about how I set things up along the way. And it's a nightmare, it really is at times. But yes, there we go. Righty, righty, righty. That, I think we'll get away with, actually. See, that's got wood in it, so there, so that doesn't need to be there, actually. Looking at that. I'm sure I'm missing something. Yes, I am. That's doing the red, so it's the purple. Actually, technically I could just go with that one there, couldn't I? Get rid of that a second. That there. Yeah, I'm just sort of looking at these splits. I think I've got them right. So wood there, the red's there. Fingers crossed. It's terrible when you watch like Dave and NBC and they're setting stuff up like this, and they make it look so easy. It's crazy. But obviously they have played this game multiple times before, so yes. I wouldn't even know where to look, to be honest. Farmer Marks, for the blueprints. I honestly have not a Scooby. Alright, that's titanium in that one. Do I have some titanium? Yes, we do. Yes, I wouldn't even know where to find the blueprints in the game. Dirt. That is that. I think that's the stone, isn't it? Yeah. So stone, ice will be in that one. There we go. I've got water for some reason. Let's shove that back. There we go. But yeah, wouldn't know. Go to blueprint, you show in folder button. What? I have no idea what that means, Farmer Marks. I really don't. The only thing I would like to do is, how the heck do you delete a blueprint when you've created one? I want to delete this and that other one. Remove? Oh, there we go. I'm keeping that one. Blueprint. Oh, there we go. That one. Remove. There we go. And we'll remove that one as well. So okay. And we'll use this if it's correct. If this is set up properly without an issue. Yes. See, what I could always do just to alleviate some of this is set some of this a little bit further back. And Mr. Jers, how you doing there, buddy? Welcome in. Hit N. I'm hitting N and I'm getting nothing. Do I have to come into here? Nope. No idea. Actually, what? But yes, how is Mr. Jers doing? Okay, let me just do a quick... This will be... Add. There we go. So we'll come into here. Blueprints. N. There's that. Show in exporter. Oh, okay. I get you now. Gotcha. So you got to create the collection there, and then okay. Yeah. I can do that. I can do that. Yeah, I was just kind of thinking, just kind of trying to alleviate some of this. I might take it back a little bit further just to separate a few of the items. Ah, bugger it. I'm going to leave it as is. Right then, so let's see. Let's grab all of those. We'll grab all of this. Hopefully that's got all the belts as well. Yep. Then it's just this little lot right here. Oops. To get... There. Try not to get the material as well, because, yeah, that'll be a bit of a nightmare. There. Oops, didn't mean to deselect that one. That one. That one. I think I've got everything. Oh, that last container. That. Now, do I add the flooring as well, or leave it as is? That's the thing. I think I'll leave it off. Right. Right, I really don't think I need to go that far up, but let's deselect you, and probably you. I think that'll do, so let's give this a try. So B, add, hit the N key, so obviously we want to select this. We're going to call this, I don't know, sorter input, for example. We'll save that. Show in exporter. Okay. Let me send this over to FireMark to see if it works or not. Social media, Discord. Farmer Marks. Sorter input. There we go. There you go, Mr. Farmer Marks. Give that a try. See if that works for you as well. That can be removed. I'm going to keep that for now. I may end up doing some tweaks to it. I don't know, but right now it's fine. I was actually kind of thinking of setting this sort of thing up on each of the docks, to be honest. And then having a second belt system set up between that and the main factory there set up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But that seems to be working anyway. But yeah, obviously I need to get this lot now inside here sorted out. So let's have a look. We don't need that in there anymore, so that can come out. So time for a bit of an upgrade under here. Now the only thing I don't have, well, I suppose I do, is the water sorted out. Actually, yeah, because it is going to be high enough. There is that little. I did keep it down that little bit. I was going to go one more higher, but then I decided to keep it down. But yeah, I'm kind of glad I did because obviously I've got those water pipes going around as well. But now that all of this side has been removed, I can come in here and delete all these extra belts for the moment. Hopefully it's going to tidy it up a bit. There. Not quite as in depth as Mr. Dagenet's one is all I can say, but hopefully it'll work in the same sort of a way. Where? Oh yeah, you're in here, so that can actually come out now because that's just in the way. There we go. And what I can then do is run all the belts around. Fingers crossed. Right, so I'll take that out. May have to move that actually, thinking about it. Right, let's take this out. Oh no, don't take that out. There, let me take this out, take that one out. So I'm not getting any extra materials coming over, because we're gonna, if it works on one side, I want to basically adapt it to the other 4 sides. Or I was actually thinking is setting up about going around the outside and doing it that way instead, and then just having it all sorted on one side. But it could get a little bit laggy. That's the problem with materials backing up and stuff. Not really laggy, but a little backed up. There. But yeah, primarily this bottom corner is where everything is going to be going inwards and upwards. However, there's some items like the ice blocks, dirt, and stone is going to be coming over here, as well as the odd bit of wood. Actually, let me turn that out for there, because obviously I don't want anything else coming out of here for now. There we go. So big tidy up time over here. Right, actually, if you're empty, we can clear that out. Oh crap, I just realized something. That was making my water bottles, but I think my astronauts, or whatever you call them, will be fine for the moment up there. Right, let's delete that. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to send everything into there for now. Actually, I'm going to get rid of all of this here. And just an overall big tidy up. Actually, I'll leave that there because that's got products in it that need to go upstairs. There, delete. But yes, when you're in the middle of a bit of a rush to try and get things sorted out, you just throw belts down here, there, and everywhere. And yeah, then you have to then go through and remove them as a bit of a pain. But hopefully this is going to tidy up this floor anyway a lot. There we go. I'm going to leave that bottom one there because it's still bringing product in. Things are probably going to shut down. That's a big problem. If I'd thought about this sooner, I should have actually sorted this out when I was setting up the belts to go upstairs. Yeah, I never did. There. And I'm sort of doing it now and regretting I wish I'd done it before. Right there. All of you guys. Oh. There. Can't remember what was got upstairs, to be honest with that one. Right now it can be deleted because I do want to literally go through the logistics area, as I'm calling it, completely, which is this little area up here where all the belts and that are going, and redo it with the lifters and all that. So this part here isn't too bad. I'm happy-ish with it, but it could be tidier. But yeah, as you're going up, it's a little bit more tricky, and yeah, we've got belts coming in from this floor up to the next one, and yeah, it could be a lot tidier, let's put it that way. So while I'm at it, I'm going to take this wall out of here. I don't actually think we need these here now, in all honesty. So let's take that away. I'm going to turn that out for the moment. There. Yeah, I'm going to delete everything from here for the minute, just so I can see what's in each of the containers. Then again, I'm probably going to remove all these containers as well, thinking about it, because, yeah, I'm just going to be a pain. I am. Might as well. Come on. Delete, delete, delete the whole freaking lot. Start afresh. Then I can add in a nice new area over here. I think would be quite nice. Let me delete this, where it all gets then sorted out here as well. Hopefully I've got enough in the machines for the minute to keep running. But if they shut down, they shut down. Here we go. And yes, do your duty. And it did. Look at that, that was quick and easy. Who doesn't dislike those solar flares and stuff? They're fun. They last like 2 seconds and they're gone. There. But yeah, I ended up putting one of these on each of the corners, and so far had no issues with anything getting broken down or anything like that. But yeah, I'm probably going to add on to this platform here, bring it out a little bit more. Oh, ooh, actually, I could do what I was going to say. I don't know if it... See, this is where it's going to get a little bit more tricky. On each side, do I set it up so there is one of these placed down on each side? Or do I go through and maybe have, say, that side, for example, coming over here, that side going over to that side, and then them merging into the middle? Blah. This part I'm still trying to figure out. Okay, now I need to figure out... I need to add the blueprint to the game for them to work. Even got NPCs to work. Hey, well done. Yay. Yes, I guess you would probably have to set up at least one little blueprint, even if it's just put down a belt. Or even like a flooring piece, for example. Just select that, go into B, and just save that as a blueprint, as it were. I guess that would work. Just to add that folder in. Righty, let's tap that for the minute. Right, so the water level can stay on top now. Obviously, one thing is, do I move my water while I'm at it? This is where... So I could actually relocate it over to, say, this corner, because obviously this is where it's basically going to be going upstairs to be used up there. Which is the ice one there? I could potentially take it up. Ooh. Ooh, I've got an idea. Let's see. Let's put the water here. 1, 2. Sorry about that. Actually, I'm going to bring that in because I still need to get upstairs temporarily. A little bit of a water tank. There we go. Whoa, I've fallen inside of it. Now, if only we could have little fishies. I could have the lovely little baby fishies or fishies swimming around in there. Right then. So, if I now tack that onto... Actually, let's add another layer there. I really need to set up my own little access area to go upstairs. But right now, I'm going to do this. If this is going to allow me to. There we go. It's a bit of a funny little fix, but it'll work. There. Oh, heck, I didn't mean to do that one. We'll keep that one little square on the corner there, free for me to get in and out. There we go. That'll work. The water should drain. So let me take you off of there, as well as that one and that one. We're going to resituate them guys over yonder. Out of interest, how many squares was that? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 15, 30, 60, 90. So yeah, I might need to add a little bit more actually before we go any further. Let's go with there. It's a little bit more than I probably need, but better be sure, hadn't we? 1, 2, 3. That will allow me to come up here. Yep, that'll work. See, I could... Oh, actually, I was thinking about it. I could almost just fill this whole section up with one big water tank, but no. 1, 2, 3... Actually, I want one too many. I'm going to take that end row here out. Because I don't think I'm going to need it. There we go, that's a bit better. Right then. So, this is where the fun part begins. Back to the beginning, kind of. So, devices. We need... Or I need to say. Not we. I. Into here. Some of these ice breakers. You had them, but it's not shown in game. Oh, okay. Right, we'll rotate that there. Let's think. How do I want to do this? Yes, we'll do it that way. One there. Leave a bit of a gap there. That's going to be 2. I'm thinking. 3, yeah. Do 4 for the moment. I don't want to... So I'm kind of thinking aiming maybe another row, depending on how much ice comes in. That's the thing. That is going to be the key. If I have a lot of ice coming in, then we could probably add another couple on, but that would be fine there. Obviously, I'm aiming up to the rip because that is where my power grid is above me. So, belt-wise, let's see. So, we need 3. So I can't come across there really. So come to there. So, ooh, yes. I might change this part. Actually, no, I've got a better idea. Just thinking about it. We'll put one here. There. Then we can bring one across to here. There. There. Now, this is where it gets a little bit... It's not tricky, but you got to think a little bit ahead of yourself. So, I'm going to put a splitter there. One there. One there. Now, I'm going to set this up. So, 0 there. Now, so we've got 2 machines straight ahead of us. So, we need to set... Oh! Creature breeding is now unlocked. Yay! Right, so we're going to need 2 going that way, which is going straight up. And we're going to need 2 on the side for the minute here. So it's 50-50 split. But what it'll do is it'll send 2 forward, 2 to side, 2 up that way, 2 that way, 2 that way, 2 that way. And hopefully keep things going. But I am going to set this only to, obviously, the ice block. That should, in theory, work. Let's see. So what I'm going to do with this, because obviously I'm going to have the other belts coming through. I'm going to raise it up by 1 more. And I'm going to literally have it coming straight underneath the top of that ceiling there. Right, so What I was thinking, if I can get this to work, is I'm going to rotate you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn that around so that is on the output. And the nice thing is, this acts as a storage as well, which is great. I like it. Actually, I could have actually gone over by 1. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Then it's just setting up this side with one of these coming across the top. Actually, let me take that back a minute. Ba-da-ba-bam. And we'll do that one in a sec. We're going to bring it down. Need a floor piece. I should go with that floor piece there. 1, 2. Actually, I could bring it out a little bit further. Yeah, this is where it gets a little complicated for me. But I understand what I want to do. Okay, it's a little bit high still, okay. 1, 2. Delete that. Oops. There. 1. Rotate you to there. We go. We'll shove all these. Oh, let's combine all that. But yeah, it's another thing as well I realized is in the little menu here, if you have a lot of, like, say, carbon bits and pieces all split up, you can actually merge them all into one lump sum. It's kind of helpful. There we go. Right in there. So 2. Actually, I might need to bring another one in there. Yep, that'll work. So that can go in there. That can come up and over the top. And I'm kind of thinking something along the lines of that. So literally the ice is coming, or the ice blocks are coming in and then going up and over. Hopefully what should happen is they will hit this and split. So 2 one way, 2 the other. And it's kind of more like one-on-one really, but it's kind of doing its job. Now, see, this I didn't set up yet, so we need to set it so it's 1-on-1. There we go. Same with that. And they're now up and running, so I will see the only thing I've got left to do is connect them up to this. So there's 1. We'll take it up and over by 1. There. 1, 2. I think this will work fine. Obviously that one's pumping straight in, which is fine. Let's see, that one there. Into there. Groovy. I like it. It'll do. And the nice thing is I can always add in another 2 if I want to. All I'll have to do then is adjust it, add another splitter here, and go from there. That is then going up. Cool. I'm gonna need to move this guy.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Hello, Mr. Jers. How's it going, sir, still? Let's see. Because this is making my little oxygen. This can go over here. Kill. We'll kill that. We'll kill that. And all of this needs to be pulled down as well. Yeah, from there. Yeah, hopefully that'll be enough. But if saying that, now I've got that up here, I could technically throw in more water storage there. There we go. But yes, hello, 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 darkness. There we go. But yeah, hopefully the next time I stream, with any luck, it'll be a little bit more organized around here. Right, actually, before I go too far, let's get these all hooked up. So, there. There. Oh, that's the point. I don't have power over here, do I? Got an idea. There's that. Yeah, I've got obviously up to this line here. Obviously above it, I do have all the power lines there, but obviously on this side, as you can see through here, there's nothing. Yikes! I'm a dingo. So let's just quickly make a little bit of an edit. Let's take the flooring out there, and I know I've got power there to connect onto, so we'll do here, there, and there. And we've got the little red thingy going up, so that is good. It means there's power there. There we go. Cool. See, a quick fix. Like it. I'll keep that there for just a moment. That's working, that's working, that's working. Right, you should be doing that. So I need to hook up the water on the input for that, which is right there. We need to put a belt in facing that way there. Obviously that's making the oxygen, which is going into here to create my oxygen bubble. And I need to get this lot sorted out. I wonder if I can clear my inventory quickly. Righty. What do we have? What do we have? So we got some titanium, we got some iron ore. Okay, so iron ore is a nice easy one right there. That is going to be you. That's the gold. That's the aluminum. That's the titanium. That's going to be the uranium. And oh heck, where'd the carbon go? I'm sure I just had a... Did I put it in my storage by mistake? That's weird. I am sure I just had some carbon here. Or did I just accidentally drop it straight in there? I don't know. Oh well. Not anymore, I don't. Right then, so... The drones and that can probably stay there for a minute. This lot needs to be removed. Okay. I'm going to set these up temporarily, I think, over here. So, one... Just so I know I've got to connect them all back up later. Leave a bit of a gap. Pop that there. Sorry, missed a little drone dude. Alright, so that's you. That's you. So let's take that. That. We'll leave you there because that is transporting some of the water upstairs. This is going to be doing that. That there. See, I don't know if I need that one actually. Yeah, I need some upstairs, don't I? The O2. I'm pretty sure I need some of that upstairs for something. So I'll leave that there for the minute. So, actually, how much is in there? Not a lot, so this might as well take it upstairs, hadn't I? Let's see, so... This is where I need my own personal elevator coming up here. Up. Dang it. Overshot. There we go. Food. There we go. But yes, we have some tomatoes being grown over here. We have some wheat over here. Obviously, tomato goes into making tomato soup, as you guys like to call it over in the States. Or tomato, depending on where you are. Yeah, wheat obviously goes into making flour. And then obviously I've got a little tree thingy going as well. I've got a lot of saplings, so it's all good. So, yeah. Fun. But yeah, I need to get these guys sorted out at some point, but I want to really get downstairs fixed first. Right, so coming into here. Look at that. That is almost perfect. That really is. What I could do is, for example, keep this layer here and maybe, yeah, just really that. Fill this whole area. So it's 1, 2, 3. Let's say this 3 by 5. Take that all the way up to the top and just fill it up with water. Could work. Depending on if that's going to be big enough right there. But right, let's get this little lot cleared, because if I don't, I'm never going to get the thing sorted out. Back upstairs. Come on. There we go. It'd be nice if you could go vertical as well with this when you're deleting and adding. Let's get rid of that. There. Bugger it. Now I've got a bit of space above. I can do this. And there. And there. Now the only problem... ooh. No. Yes, I need to keep probably that right there. Because obviously that is feeding the power upstairs. Let me just check. Let me remove the rest of these cables first of all, the wires. I hope that's not going to cause an issue. I may have to relocate it, but that's fine. Let's delete that little lot there. There. I might end up... Oh, that could be an idea. Take it up maybe one of the corners or something like that, potentially. Now, if I was to delete that for a second, let's see. Okay, so that is not connected downstairs. Okay. But we do have power going upstairs. So where's that been connected to then? See, because all of these have power going to them. See, what I could... Ooh. That could be an idea. Can I tap that into there? There you go, because that's going to then take it straight up and around. That'll work. But yeah, I'm not quite sure where the other one is, because... Oh, it might be that one there, actually. Yeah, that's probably what it is. That little one there where it's connected is probably why I'm getting power still running, even though the central one has been disconnected, which is good, actually. It's a good thing. Believe me, I'm going to delete that. And that, yeah, that's, ooh, okay. I might be keeping that there then. Yeah, let's do that a sec. Let's put that back because obviously that is my little oxygen barrier, to be honest. So, and it's also hiding that little flag there. Let's do that up to there. We go. That's back up and running, so I can I can breathe again. I can breathe again. Yay! Mr. Rusty Nail, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. By the way, I get a little bit preoccupied. I do apologise. And Mr. Dead Soul, thank you very much for spamming tons and tons of emotes over there in chat. It's one of those games, I swear. It's one of those games when you start doing things, you get so engrossed, you kind of ignore everybody. I do apologise, by the way. Maybe this is not the best game to stream. But yes, there we go. There we go. There we go. But yes, thank you very much for the 3 stream streak. And that's the point where the... Oh yes, I didn't change it back, did I? And thank you very much for the thoughts there. Much appreciated, maybe. Yeah, am I missing anything? I do apologise. All right, catch you later, Mr. Jers. You're going to play with OBS? Yeah. It's fun. There. There's a guy on YouTube called Michael something. He does a lot of videos for OBS. Definitely recommend checking him out. Michael Fair, I think it's pronounced. He's very, very good. Yes, he shows you how to set up even like things like green screens and stuff for free. There we go. Nope, I don't want the flooring. I want the belts there. Yeah, see, this is where I got to try and think now. How do I want to set this side up? Obviously, the reason I had this raised up is obviously I had that belt coming in from over here, which was then going underneath and merging with the rest of them. But yeah, I don't have that now, do I? Ooh. And hello! You do have power going into you. Yes, you do. Okay. These guys... Some of these bots confuse me. It's like, what does it mean by that? And what's with the little red stuff as well? Is there a issue? If there is, go fix it. It's the same with these ones right here. I think these are actually coming from my little transport bots. Oh, I've got an idea. I'm going to save and reload, see if I can get rid of them. I wonder if it's a pathing issue. They can't figure out the path for it. Let's go back to desktop or the main. Let's do that. Oh no, I don't want to start back. I want to continue. Yeah, I don't fully understand some of the things that they're doing over here. You're fighting... Oh! Streamlabs for #1 commenter, eh? Yeah, crazy peeps. Yes. But that does seem to be doing alright at the moment. Obviously, any issues are probably going to end up over this end here, actually. Thinking about it. But so far, they're good. Ooh, Do I have any more ice on me? No, I don't. But yeah, I'm happy with that. That is not bad. I may make a few tweaks, but overall, that is pretty good. I don't think I've missed many items going into the splitters. But hey there, Only Cats. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. I did see that you were watching Mr. Dashnet yesterday. And followed. Much appreciated again. Let's cover that up there. Yep, that'll work, that'll work, that'll work. That's fantastic. Now, the thing is, just out of interest, if you put up a wall piece, say for instance, here, will product still go through the wall? I'm guessing so. I don't know, really. I love that producer. Looks like a butt. Okay. Not quite sure what you mean, but okay. Yes, Only Cats is back, I guess, guys. Be careful. Right, let's clear this out. Okay. Yeah. Are you on about my little drones? There's that, or there's this little salter right here. I suppose it kind of looks like a butthole, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, okay, I got you now. Yes. Crazy. Help. Yes, that's a lifter, by the way. It will allow you to easily transport materials to another level. I suppose is the best way to put it. Right then. Let's think. Thankfully, I kind of know what's going in each of these. So, we're going to move these around a little bit. But as you can see, I actually went through and staggered them to make sure that they didn't interlock with each other. But yeah, how you doing, Only Cats, by the way? Hopefully well. I did read your comment in Mr. Dashnet stream yesterday saying you were kind of fed up with Farm Sim or doing other things, which is fine. We're all kind of there, to be honest. Life struggles, yeah. Okay. Totally get it. Totally get it. Right, let's see if we can tidy this actually up a bit better. Because otherwise it's just going to be a pain, I think, later on. I kind of wish I almost did a slightly bigger bulkhead, as I suppose is the best way to put it. This area here. But we'll be fine. We'll be fine, guys. Don't worries. Right then. Let's take that out there. Okay, so let's take this little bit of the wall out just so I can see what's going on. So obviously I don't want to go encroaching any further this way. That's what I'm aiming to do. So obviously each one of these is a different input coming in. Righty. Now obviously one thing I could possibly do is bring them further back, which is an idea. So let's see. There. I think that might work. No, because obviously yeah. So one there, one there, one there, one there. Well, see if I can set out the top, it'll give me an idea how the bottom will be. Which is probably going to be there. There. I'm leaving one little bit of a gap there, by the way. Obviously, staggering them as well. Obviously, these need to be set so they're going inwards and up. So in, up, shake it all about. Like that. 3, 2. Let's see. Like you acquire a much better mic than the old one. Yeah. So actually, I've had a boom microphone connected to my computer for quite some time, but I ended up just using the one that was on my headset. However, it's recently, well, not recently, what was it, about 5-6 months ago, it started to not quite sound right, and so yeah, I ended up just going on with the boom microphone. So that is pretty much what I am now using every stream. And yes, I think I actually sound like I've got a bit of a cold at times. It's kind of crazy. There we go. That will work. So I do have 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yes. But yes, it is a lot nicer microphone. I will say that. There we go. That I will definitely say. There and there. So in theory, that should be doing the iron. This one will be doing the copper. Then so on and so forth. Now, the next part's a little bit more tricky because obviously I also have. So obviously I've got the aluminum coming up here. I have. What was the other one? The gold. So that's going to be the first 4. So that's them. But yeah, coming on from here. Also, we have obviously quartz coming in. We also have carbon coming up here. Now the carbon is also being split to go upstairs for another product. Hence these other 2 belts. So this is where it kind of gets a little bit more tricky. Let's think. I'm going to carry on with the staggering at the bottom here. However, I might have to change it up in a minute. Oh, actually I could. Oh, that's an idea. Andy the farmer! Holy crap! Thank you very much for the 100 biddies. So yes, much appreciated. Do you make instructional videos IRL? I would totally watch. No, unfortunately, I'll do the odd bit in during my stream if somebody needs help. But yeah, I'm not big on tutorials. I have the voice for it. Yeah, it's the microphone. It's all the little gadgets that's gone into making this microphone work perfectly. That's what it is. Only kidding. Actually, to be honest, so I know a lot of people will use. Yeah, but Andy, thank you very much for the 100 Bs. I know a lot of people will use things like voice meter potato, this, that, and the other. That they'll run their microphones and all their sound set up through. I don't do that. I think that gets too complicated. My microphone is literally plugged straight into the microphone dock on the back of my computer. That's it. What you hear is what you hear. Obviously, it's a boom microphone. It's got that little spongy thing on it. That's about it. But yeah, it's a reasonable one, I suppose. But yeah, I like it. It's fine. It does the job, so that's the main thing. So, this is where it gets a little tricky. So, one idea is when I get up to... Because, okay, hang on a second. Let me sort this first of all. Because otherwise I'm going to confuse everybody even more. So, obviously we're going to have 2 there, 3... Obviously, this is going to be coming into here. Oops. Yeah, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. So, first of all, I don't want to be hitting, obviously, the bit underneath. Let me bring that over. With the pipe coming up. Let's see if this will work or not. I don't know if it will. But what I was kind of thinking is, obviously, I need carbon for 2 to 3 different items at the minute. Obviously, one is going to be on the first floor. I think this is the second floor. There's carbon filters being made there. And I also need to get one up to the food court, as I'm going to call it. I need to get one up there as well. Now, one way would be to send one up to here, then split it off 3 ways, and then up and up and up. Another way is to have the main one coming into this central one here, being split into these 2 side ones for the carbon. Maybe. That may work, I don't know. But obviously I'd have to bring them up above this level, and then bring them across and then up type thing, so they don't intermix with the other products coming up. This is where it gets a little bit more complicated with the lifters. It's a nightmare. It's giving me headaches over the weekend just setting this originally up, so yeah. I only use an audio interface because of the microphone. Okay. Nothing fancy, and it lets me get a great headphone. Yeah, obviously I still have my SteelSeries headset that I had from the beginning. But yeah, the microphone itself is a little bit crackly at times. People were actually saying they could barely hear me even when the microphone was right next to my mouth. So yeah, it's kind of become a bit of a win-win having my boom microphone connected. So yeah. Did you get any snow over there? No. We had some on, was it Monday morning? That's been it. We had some rain yesterday. Today's been a little bit dry, a bit windy. If we get any more, I have no idea. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Right then, so... Now the thing is, this is tricky. I would prefer if I could... Oh, dummy. Can I take that a little bit higher? And then drop it back down, maybe? With the belt? That could work. Let's see, so I want this one to be... probably one that goes further upstairs with this pipe here. Or maybe this one. Let's see. So these 3 here are... Oops, didn't mean to put that one there. Fudge monkeys. Are gonna be all doing the same material. These are all gonna be set up for the carbon. Let me set up these belts. There. 4. Then we're gonna have the 3 carbon. Now. 1. There. And I'm not gonna do all that. I'm actually gonna split one line into 3 here. So it's 1, 1, 1. That will be fine. Then whatever else I need upstairs. What was the other one? that one there will be the quartz, which is needed on that first floor. Right, so let's see. This is where it kind of gets a little bit harder, because obviously I don't want to be a let's delete that, because obviously I don't want to overlap other pipes. That's the problem. So this one here is obviously carbon. I think, to be honest, I think, yeah, if I was to come to say here, let me just put a floor there. We'll put a output there, an output there. That might work. I could even maybe take it even lower, actually. There. Yeah, let's do this off. We're going to need to slop that downwards like that. That gives it a little bit of space above there to get through if needed, maybe. I think that'll work, actually. That's looking quite good. I might have gotten away with it, guys. I might have gotten away with it. There to there. Then I need to bring up this one here, which is going to be connected onto that one. So that needs to come across here. And obviously this is going to be the final product then. That's coming upstairs. And no, see, that's where the issue comes in. Right there. Because I said that it's going to be... Oh. Oh, I really hate these pipes. Do. Said that's going to be the same product, but I don't want it to come in here. Or... Nope, because I'm still going to have that issue there. Hang on. Take that to there instead. Take that one off. We're going to scoot this across by one. There. And we'll do it that way instead. There we go. That works. That'll work. That's fine. Just got to think around how to do everything. Because obviously that's going to split it equally to each line, so that is fine. Okay. This line then can go to this level up here. Or this level, wherever that one may be going. This one then can go further up to obviously the food court, and yeah. I think you can use... I've tried, it doesn't work. I have tried. That was one of the first things I tried doing, and it carried on going through. Because obviously, yeah, if you put the pipes all together, don't you? It all all comes together, doesn't it? As a right mess. Yeah, even if you do it that way, it still doesn't work quite right. Right then, so if I am correct, Yeah, but one of the things I'm going to do is put labels on each of these as well. So this first one should be iron ore. Now, in here, under decoration, we have obviously blueprints, or not blueprints, little displays. Now I don't know how big these are. We've also got holograms. Hologram info? Big text. I haven't tried any of these yet. How can. Okay. I got a crazy idea, guys. Let's see. Will this work? Nope. Typical. Let's bring that forward a bit. I'm thinking, you may have figured out what I'm thinking. If you got a crazy mind like I do. Look at that dump. Now the thing is, so that is, this is where I got to try and figure out what's going into each. So this one right here is going to be. Right, we'll get rid of that little icon. I want it. Oh, I wonder. Text before, text after. So this is going to be iron ore. Going in. And the nice thing is, if this works, oh, it does. It should be there. And it should be the icon as well. Well, there's iron ore. Oh, that's kind of funky. Let's just do a quick test. Oh, I need to make sure it's facing inwards. Because I'm thinking iron ore. Does it come up with the icon? No. I was kind of hoping it'd have like an iron ore icon there. Unless I missed something. It should. Text after. I don't know. Unless I'm missing something, I don't know, but okay. That'll work. Right then, so the next one will be set up in the same way. So let's do after. Nope. This is going to be copper ore. Hopefully that's what it is. Oh, I could do it right there, couldn't I? Copper. There. That one, icon, there we go. See, that's what I want, that little icon right there, okay. Select icon on, there we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, it says none at the minute, but obviously if I get a backup, that'll start showing. But obviously I don't need to worry about really connecting to it, if I guess. Don't need it, so we can probably disconnect that. I don't think we're going to need it, actually. Right, so that's those two. The next two. So that's that one, that's that one. So we have gold and aluminium. It's going to be the next two. So gold, then aluminium. Icon is gold. So that's going to be gold. Or we can actually change some of the layout as well, but we're going to leave it simple. Oh. Make sure to activate the icon there. There we go. And finally, this is going to be the aluminium ore. We'll show the icon. Aluminium ore. That one's a little bit weird, but okay, that's fine. Look at that. I kind of like that. I do kind of like that. Oh, and it uses up some of my aluminium bars as well. Okay, so these three are going to basically be all the same. So I'm going to actually delete 2. And I'm going to... Oh, heck, didn't mean to do that. And we've got an electric storm incoming. So this one is going to be carbon. So we'll set up in the same way. So that... Carbon ore. There we go, yep. Select that. Carbon ore. There we go. There and there. Obviously, it's only going to be coming in on that one belt, so that'll be fine. We can get rid of that now because that worked perfect. I am happy with that. Also, we've got the splitter right there. Obviously, that's going to split 1, 1, 1. Yes, it is. And obviously, I'm going to make sure that it's only set to carbon as well. So carbon, 1, 1, 1. That'll go up, 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 out of the way. And then finally, the last item for today is going to be the quartz. So activate that. Quartz. Now, obviously, you don't have to go into all this as well. You can keep it very simple. But it's up to you. Quartz. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Yeah, you can keep it very, very simple if you really want to. I'm just going to try and make it look a little bit tidier. That is good. That's good. That's good. I am liking that currently. And I just want to double check that this one is carbon that's coming into there. No. Okay, so that needs to be deselected. And this level is going to be changed up a bit. So we'll delete that. There. I'll put a couple of extra layers on top of there. Oh, actually, yes, that is the right one. So yeah, that is carbon there, isn't it? Not carbon. Quartz, should say. Yes, it's this end pipe. Duh. There we go. There. Delete. Okay, that is right. So which one is the carbon? That's the one I was trying to figure out. Which is from upstairs. Oh, okay. I think it's this one here. No, that's titanium. So where the heck was that other carbon one going then? Oh. What's this one here? Maybe. Windows? Good question. See, I've got walls like this. Actually, let me just do a quick check, because I do have products coming in here. So there's a wall in front of a conveyor anyway. See, yeah, it just passes straight through. Same thing from what I remember with that. Also, we do have the doors and stuff at some point coming in. Windows. Obviously, I could always use like a logic block potentially to block it. But I don't know. Ooh, I could have a clock put up too. See, I haven't looked at any of this yet, in all honesty. Oh, we've even got little plants as well. Oh, that's cool. Decals. Okay. Oh. See, now there's something. If they had a decal where it had the item, that would have been better. Functions, blueprints. Yeah, not sure. Let's try that wall piece. Probably not. See, that would probably be the nicest one for setting up your belts going into somewhere. No. It's like there's no collisions. That one there. Okay, so that belt here. So this here. Right. Oh. Let me get this, because this is probably the final item. There's that, then that is going to be the other carbon, which has got to go further up. Yeah, that'll work. That is definitely going to work. Okay. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Woohoo. I like it, I like it, I like it. I'm going to have to take a little bit more of this out, though. This might need to be moved because I need to go even further up. I think it's this level here, actually. That third one, yep, right there. Because this is what I want them for, is to create these carbon filters for, obviously, making my biology science. Right then, so let's bring that piece out there. Oh, actually, I went all the way to the wall, didn't I, with the other ones? There we go. Yes, this it will be the issue. I might just scoot. Yeah, I could probably bring it up against this wall here and bring this pipe up and over, and then have all the inputs coming all up against this wall. But that's going to be something that I'll be working on over the next couple of days. But with that being said, I am needing a break, guys. I don't know about you, but I am definitely needing a break. My head is starting to get sore. Actually, before I go, I want to get these belts set, at least connected. So let's do that quickly. Right then, so actually, yeah, what I think I'll do is set up two of these stations, one either end, so one over there and this one here, and then connect one side to that side, and maybe connect that over to here. Or even just connect that, and that one over there. Because literally all of these are coming in on this one belt, so okay, that is probably going to work. So in that case, let me drop these down a smidgen. Come here, you. So this is going to be this one right here. Now, another thing you may or may not realize, but obviously before you release your mouse, when you got your belts like this, and if you suddenly realize it's aiming the wrong way, if you actually hit the R key while it's still highlighted, you can rotate that arrow so they go the correct way. There we go. Look at that. Bang in, that works. I'm just going to actually drop these down actually, I might be able to drop them right down to the... No. I want to keep... Yeah, I'm going to keep them slightly raised because obviously I'll have the ones from the other side coming in connected onto these. So yeah, I've got to keep it slightly staggered. Oops. Here we go. Up. Right, so this is obviously that copper. See, at this point, and there's a distance as well. You can only go. So there. So obviously I need to rotate you. We need to have that pointing down there. One there. One there. For the minute. So that will be that. So the next one should be gold, which is the next one in the list. Do 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 do. To there, we'll add 2 onto there. That should be 3 on that one. Hopefully. There's that. And that's on there. That's on there. I hope this is not going to cause an issue with the carbon. Ooh. One, 2, 3. Actually, if I keep it at 3, I might get away with that. The next one was the aluminum, which is this one. We can throw that into there. I'll sort out my inventory in a minute. Yeah, I think I'll keep it at 3 high. Then I've got at least a couple of levels above. I can always go that little bit higher if needed. But let's grab this one there. Actually, technically, that could have got up to 2 if I wanted to. Let's take that out then, because I'm not going to need it. And that can go to there. But yeah, obviously the reason I want these little slightly stepped, as it were, is obviously if I have another one coming in set up over here, I can literally just bring the belt straight in and connect them straight on each level. I think that's going to work out pretty well. Right then, working across quickly, let's get the carbon brought over. I know somewhere in there is a titanium as well to go upstairs. There we go. And right there. Let's do this here. One. And once this is done, I'm probably going to call it there for today. So get your last minute fishing and plinkos. There's that, so that'll work. So let's just go grab that quartz very, very quickly. I don't think it's actually got anything in there, if much. Which is right here. Oh! I made a boo-boo. Nope. Actually, I can go up and over the carbon, can't I? Hopefully. Because... yeah, these are going to be the only thing that's going to cause an issue, but... I need you. The soil will be going down to that corner, same with the rock. So let's figure this one out. So up. We'll take this up and over the top of all of them. Is that going to give me another one or not? No? No, because that's right there. Okay. We'll bring it in one more. Raise you up to the sky. And we'll bring that over. Now, this part... oh, look at that. That's close. Is going to be an issue. Maybe later. But right now, I don't care. Yeah, this part I may end up having to redo later on because obviously once I get things like the oh, what are they called? Some of those other materials that we've just recently unlocked and still to be unlocked, that could cause a bit of an issue. So some of these may end up being changed. But right now, I don't care. I just want to get it back up and running for the minute. There we go. And that's going the right way as well, which is good. Rotate that. And yeah, we'll have to go see if we can find someone to raid out to. I'm sure my wife is now cussing at me because I'm taking so long to get off. Oh. There. To there. There we go. But ooh, I don't know actually. I might be utilizing some of these lifters a little bit more later. Thinking about it. But that I am happy with. Obviously, once I get this side set up, that's where the fun is really going to kick in, I think. But that looks so cool, doesn't it? There we go. That is filling up. Oh, that was filled up. Is that not connect? Oh, yeah, that's for upstairs, so that's fine. But look at that. That's so fun. That is so cool. I like that. I'm almost thinking of putting up a nice little wall here just to admire that. Like a glass wall or something. That'd be kind of cool. Now the only thing is, does this change if you use a different belt type? And actually thinking about it now, with that blueprint, I could technically remove these containers here from the blueprint and just have the belts going straight in, because obviously these lifters over here have a capacity. So yeah, So technically there is storage right there. I didn't even think about that. But anyway, that's something for me to figure out. So let's get obviously that in screen, but hopefully that's maybe giving you a few ideas today and helped you out with a few things. But yes, it's doing my bleaking head in some of this. But yeah, once it's sorted, that is going to be it. No more playing around with it. It's going to stay as it is. But I can see why NBC Master Dajnet and a few of the other guys, they go big with these things. Because, yeah, having space definitely is going to help. But with that being said, I'm just waiting on YouTube to catch up, but I think it was just about there. I don't know who is... Oh, Mamadou's still out there, is she? We may raid over to Mamadou if no other member is... Well, see, Eve... I'll give you an option. So, Evil Reyes is doing Star Rupture. Or we have that lovely lady called Mamadou, who is back on the farm. So it's literally up to you guys. But yeah, while you guys are figuring out and putting it in chat, so yeah, Mamadou or Evil Reyes, it's your choice. Your Farm Sim or Star Rupture. That'll be the two options for today. While you're putting your comments in chat, guys, I am going to sign off on YouTube. So for you guys who tuned in, thank you very, very much. Muchly appreciated. Obviously, I will be back again on Friday. Probably back on the farm. Unless this bugs the crap out of me and I have to just stream it. So we'll see. But till Friday over on YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for watching the videos and your continued support. Catch you later.